Alright, if loving you is wrong, fans, it is time for an Alex video. It's not the one everybody's been demanding. I know everybody wants me to do the baby daddy video. That is coming. Believe it or not, I'm in the process of doing research. I have friends from college who were in nursing school and they're currently in the field. So I'm actually doing research in regards to things like what's the percentage for, a white couple having a black baby. What if one of them had a black family member ancestor down the line? How would that influence things? So I'm deciding on how I want to do it. Will I do one big video, kind of like the Derek videos, where it's like who is Alex's baby daddy, or who is the father of Alex's baby, and then do another separate video about, is Alex biracial? I've gotten a lot of great fan submission theories, and ironically enough, my mom told me a lot of these theories before. I just never did videos on them because, if you remember, I never really watched If Loving You Is Wrong as it was coming out and doing videos, and pretty much while the show was on the air. So this season is definitely a big change because I've gotten so many requests leading up to the season premiere. Jeremy, are you going to review the show? And I am. So that video is coming. It is coming. But for this particular video, this is Alex Focus, but it's answering another big question that I've always gotten in regards to Jeremy. Love the channel and everything. Love your input on different characters, but why in the world do you love Alex so much? Oh, wow. I remember when I first started doing, little If Loving You Is Wrong videos here and there. And I think one of the first ones was like, which of the main characters, oh, excuse me, I knocked over a box there. Which one of the main ladies is my favorite, or your favorite? And I said Alex because she reminded me of a girl from college. And I feel like I even made a post about this. This video is going to have dirty laundry in there, and I really try not to get too personal on the channel. There have been a couple of videos where I have gotten personal, and that's why I made a third channel, Jeremy Carden, which I haven't really done much on yet. But if you go to the main page of the Haves and the Have-Nots review, go to the featured channel section. There should be only two, Jeremy Carden and We Are the Flash. Jeremy Carden being, well, who I am. That channel will be pretty much just videos talking about my thoughts on different things in the world, music, news, all that stuff. That way, this channel can just strictly be Tyler Perry stuff and whatever other popular shows there are. And then We Are the Flash is the channel where I talk about the Arrowverse, anime, cartoons, all that good stuff. While this channel is more centered, like, hey, I'll talk about Greenleaf. I might watch an episode or two of Queen Sugar. This Is Us. Other shows will be on this channel, but the primary ones are Tyler Perry. So with that being said, why do I love Alex? Well, man, it's hard for me to tell this story because I feel like it's going to make you all look at me in a different light, but I do feel like you have asked, so you will be answered. And to be honest, I could just make up a story, but I don't want to because it'll be disgenuine. But let's just break down who Alex is. Married to Brad, 2 kids. What are the names? Is it Peter and Piper? Wait, hang on. Let me look that up. I think it's Peter and Piper. But basically had an affair with Randall. Married man from next door. Ironically enough, in the shed right in the backyard. Gosh, this is hard for me to say. But anyway, then she gets pregnant. But the question is, who is the father of the black baby? And I will say this much: when it comes down to it, the basic answer is, well, Jeremy, you said it before, you like white women. Let me clarify this right now, because I feel like when I say that, people automatically assume stuff. Now, I have, Peter and Paisley and Brad had a vasectomy, and then it's like, well, if he had a vasectomy, then based off the calendar dates and everything like that, shouldn't Brad not be the father? Well, there is the rare chance vasectomies fail, just like there is a rare chance that the DNA test was wrong. But that's its own separate video, guys. When I say I like white girls, that means I just like white girls. That doesn't mean I only like white girls. It's kind of like, what's your favorite color? Blue. That is my favorite color. It was red when I was growing up, most likely in correspondence to Charmander, the Red Power Ranger. But then as I got older, I just like blue better. And purple's my second favorite color. But just because I like blue and that's my favorite color doesn't mean I'm against, you know, rocking like a purple shirt, purple socks, purple tie, a purple handkerchief whenever I get dressed up, whatever the case may be. You see where I'm going? Ice cream. I think Moose Tracks is probably my favorite ice cream. Probably Moose Tracks. And but I love you know, the birthday cake and funfetti flavor. I love orange sherbet, but guess what? Just because Moose Tracks is my favorite doesn't mean I'm not going to try other flavors, if you will. But that doesn't mean I cheat. But what I'm saying is this. When I say I like white girls, I've just always been that way. I grew up in a town where there were white and black people, but I had more white friends than black friends because I wasn't, you know, what's the word, you know, rough around the edges. I really didn't hang with the, you know, the boys and everything like that. I guess the best way to put it. I wasn't that guy. I was just the quiet guy doing my studies and whatnot. And like going to like high school and everything, when I got to that level, it was I was really in what did they call it? In 9th and 10th grade, it was CP, college prep. Then 11th and 12th grade, it was CL, college level. Basically, college prep were classes that were a little more advanced than the standard 9th and 10th grade classes, you know, history, math, and all that good stuff. Then going to 11th and 12th grade, it was college level CL, where I was gaining college credit in high school. While I was in those advanced classes, there weren't a lot of other black kids. It was like, I can count all the black kids, other students, on one hand, because that's how few of us there were in those classes. So that's why it was mainly white people I was interacting with on a semi-regular basis. And even going back to elementary school and whatnot, you know, it was like diverse classes and whatnot, but you really don't discover who you are until like maybe middle school and high school, so to speak. It's almost like elementary school is like, you know, everybody's friends, but then when you get to middle school, puberty, everybody starts to discover, okay, there are different groups of people, what clique do I fit into? Then 12th grade, you know, if you saw High School Musical, then you kind of know, stick to the status quo, but it's not impossible to just get along with everybody. Just because you don't hang with everyone doesn't mean you're not, you know, able to get along with everyone. But for the most part, I was mostly interacting with white people. Black girls, I don't think there were any black girls that had crushes on me, or at least to my knowledge. So I remember since I was 3, white girls. That's it in terms of my attraction. Black girls, oh, I had some crushes, but I was always turned down. When it came to college, oh, melting pot, boom, Puerto Rican, Hispanic. A couple black girls actually liked me there, but it never worked out. So when I say I like white girls, that doesn't mean I only date or would date white girls. It just says those are my favorite. So just to do an 8-minute disclaimer, because I know in the comments are going to be lit up about it, but I felt the need to explain. Now that we got that out of the way, why do I love Alex? Because Jeremy, yo, she had an affair. She slept with the next door neighbor, betrayed her husband, betrayed her friend who lives next door by, you know, her and that husband ruining the marriage and bringing a child into the equation. Allegedly, we don't know if it's Randall's baby yet. But and then all she does is lie and manipulate and blah blah blah. Oh, I see, you like white women and you like Alex because she sleeps with black men. Well, that's part of it, but that's not all of it. Now, in relation to this young lady from college, let me break it down here. There is a girl. Number one, I'm not saying her name. Number two, I am not showing pictures. But, and when I say pictures, I mean like legitimately, you know, Facebook, Instagram, because, well, you know, I don't have pictures because that's creepy. But in any case, what I'm trying to say is like, she is almost a spitting image of Alex to an extent. So I feel like if there's anybody who's listening to this video, who's a personal friend of mine and knows this girl I'm talking about, honestly, it doesn't matter because this is my channel, but this is my personal story. Okay, so we met in college, my final semester of grad school, ironically enough. She was undergrad, but we hit it off, but then I'd say within a month or so, she was attracted to someone else. And being an introvert, it really sucks because this was a person I was spending almost every single day with, going to my favorite spots on campus to hang out, because there were like 4 places on campus that were quote unquote my thinking spots. Honestly, I need to go back to, the weather's getting nice now, and the channel, I wouldn't say it's slowed down, but it's gotten to a point where I can post maybe one video at a time, and each video will get a couple thousand views as opposed to posting 10 at once, because you know the channel is doing a lot better than it was the beginning of the month. And you know, just explore campus. Liberty University has changed so freaking much due to construction, so I just want to do like a walkabout one day. Maybe it'll be during the weekend, maybe it'll be during a weekday, I don't know yet, but it will happen soon, probably next month or during summertime, because summer is going to be here before you know it. But in any case, sorry about that tangent. Yeah, we pretty much hung out all the time and whatnot. Never were official. We were never in a relationship, but we just confided in each other a lot, got to know each other. But it was one of those situations where, you know, hey, I had a lot of previous past relationships that didn't go well. I'm not ready to get another boyfriend right away. And I was like, all right. So we just kept hanging out. But the thing about it that kills me, whenever a girl, and I feel like this If Loving You Is Wrong origin story of my attraction to Alex is actually turning into one of those personal videos that I should post on my Jeremy Carden channel, but whatever. So in any case, the thing that really kills me, whenever a girl tells me I'm not ready for a relationship and then we hang out all the time, and next thing you know, there's this guy that pops up out of nowhere. It's like those memes. It's like you and then the guy she tells you not to worry about. It's almost one of those situations. And I will never forget the day. It was like right before Easter break. I will never forget the day she told me that she was into some other guy, and I got up and walked away. I will never forget. That was the first time I ever felt that hurt. I think maybe a couple times before that, but this was like, okay, this is like my first potential relationship in college. It's my last semester, you know, but nah, it didn't work out. So we actually reconnected, I want to say a couple years later, because she actually moved to the apartment complex that I'm at, because, you know, she was like a few buildings down, and we reconnected and started hanging out because we were like 2 minutes away from each other in terms of like walking through the parking lot and whatnot. And turns out she had a boyfriend who didn't live in town, somebody from back home. And we never were, again, we were never official. So we hung out a lot, sometimes at each other's apartments and stuff. We just hung out. I think we went to like IHOP once, and you know, watched a few movies together and stuff like that. Stuff happens. But yeah, I did feel bad, because I did feel at the end of the day, I knew she had a boyfriend. She knew she had a boyfriend, but you know, stuff happens. But and if you've been on this channel, you know I'm waiting until marriage, so nothing like that happened, but stuff did happen. So as time went on, I began to feel like, yo, am I a side dude? It felt like I was watching the Bobby Brown story yesterday, ironically enough, when he was having that scene with Janet Jackson. It's like, so you're going to marry this guy? What, I'm just going to be a dude on the side? I'm worth $25 million. He ain't nothing but a damn backup dancer. Hell, I got one of those. This was before my YouTube channel blew up, so I couldn't say like, I got 12.5 million views on my channel. He ain't got nothing. So, you know, I couldn't say that. So, it felt like I was getting an Alex, if you will, somebody that looked very similar to her, someone who was in a relationship, but was still doing, you know, dealing with me on the side. So when I first saw If Loving You Is Wrong and I saw Alex, I was like, yo, she reminds me of someone. So I feel like that's why I instantly clicked with her over Esperanza or Kelly or Natalie. Natalie was always like, you know, the tough love. I never really looked at Natalie in the attractive sense. Not saying anything about her looks. I'm talking personality, because when I see Natalie and you just see in how she acts, all I can think about is my mom. So she was like a Mother Goose figure to me. Kelly was just, I don't know what to say about Kelly. It's hard for me to put into words, because Trouble just follows her like a lost puppy. Esperanza just gets into so much crap, I don't even know. Marcy is a different case. I don't know why. Very attractive, but I just feel like, you know, she's definitely the victim of a lot of stuff, thanks to Randall and Alex. But Alex really reminded me of this girl who I'm not saying the name of. Maybe I should have made, no. If I would have made up a name for this girl, I feel like I would have slipped up and said a real name. But in any case, I think we eventually did cut it off at some point, because she did move away to another apartment complex. And I think we always fought a lot, like never physically, of course, but just verbally. We would, and it was just like back in college, we would hang out in person, then chat that night and always get into a damn fight. And then the next day try to make amends, and then we would fight again. It was like, that's my story. That's my I don't have a love life, but if I had one, it would be Jeremy always deals with the negative aspects of a relationship without ever actually being in a relationship. That's my story. I feel like Brock from Pokemon, except, you know, well, yeah, I don't really flirt with everyone, and I don't get dragged away by somebody pulling on my ear. Damn. I am Brock. Goes after a lot of white girls. Wow. Oh man. This is like a therapeutic video right here. But in any case, so we hadn't talked for like 2 years. So I think the story is this is where things get a bit different from Alex and Brad and Randall. But turns out I did mention her earlier this month because I did see her in the parking lot. She came up to me, we talked. Next thing you know, I got a message. Hey, nothing against you, but we've had so many problems trying to be friends, and I'm not interested in waiting to see if it works this time. So that was the end of that. And then that interaction occurred about 2 weeks before I told my crush I liked her, and then I got rejected. So March has not been a good month, but for whatever reason, God stepped in, and this final week of the month has been fantastic. The past 48 hours, from hitting 70,000 subscribers, being in the newspaper, and a couple of other good things have happened. So fingers crossed the rest of the week and the rest of the month truly continues on being good for me, because April 1st, believe it or not, April Fools is going to be like a fresh start for me. Like, no fooling around. Like, I really want April to be like I just need the first 3 months of the month, the first 3 months of this year to just go away, except for this last week that we're in right now, because it has just been full of pain, heartache, rejection, and emotional moments. But yeah, so I have to deal with this girl here a lot, not in my apartment obviously, but in the parking lot, because I see her car parked out there, because, well, I have to, you know, go to my car sometimes, and she has a boyfriend who lives a few buildings down. But no, unlike Randall, nothing is happening this time. So that's why I actually love Alex above all the other women, because Alex, Randall, and Brad, that story really reminds me of what I went through in my real life. So that is why Amanda Clayton is my favorite person on the show. So there you have it. I did an 8-minute opening about why I like white women, but that doesn't mean I'm opposed to dating outside of that race. But then also telling my past as to what happened with me and a girl who reminded me of Alex so much. And unlike Randall, I'm not naked in front of my window trying to call her to come look at me. There was no shed. There is no baby involved. And I wasn't in a relationship or married like Randall was, so I wasn't cheating on anyone. I was just apparently the side piece. But you know what? Sometimes, you know, I was going to make an analogy, but I don't even want to go there. So, all right, folks. But in any case, I hope this answers the question. I doubt it, but if there are any people in my personal life who watch this video, they know exactly who I'm talking about. But, oh well. But with that being said, do you have any thoughts on this? Because I am not talking about this anymore. That's why I love Alex. So if anybody wants to, you know, listen to my episode reviews and whatnot, it's like, man, why you keep complimenting Alex, but you don't say anything about anyone else? This is why. But then I also said earlier in the video, you know, it doesn't matter how attractive a character is physically. If their personality isn't right on the show, then I'm not really attracted to them. Like, again, Natalie reminds me of my mom. Kelly is just an emotional wreck. Esperanza just gets into too much drama and just too nosy and plays too many games. And then Marcy, I don't know, I really like her, but you know, she tries to kill people. But then again, it is kind of hot. I don't know. So there we go. With that being said, folks, please subscribe to the channel, leave your comments, you know, below. Let me know your thoughts. Give this video a thumbs up, and yeah, maybe you can send it to Amanda Clayton and Oh wait, she's married in real life. Never mind. Forget I said that part. So I'll talk to you on the next video. And yes, I still am working on the who is Alex's baby daddy. It probably ain't Randall, but guess what? It ain't me either. Congratulations on making it to the end of this video. If you like what you just saw, make sure to hit the thumbs up button, or if you have anything you would like to add to the video, make sure to leave your thoughts in the comment section below. If you want to keep up with me on social media, go to the description box. All of my links for social media are right there. Also, if you feel like you would like to donate to the channel, make sure to click on the link to PayPal. Any amount helps. $1, $5, $20. As a full-time YouTuber, any support from my fans really does mean a lot to me. Finally, make sure to hit the subscribe button as well as the bell notification icon. That way you're kept up to date on any new content I post to the channel. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll talk to you in the next video.